I just wanted to get out of traveling for Christmas but accidentally started a cult. My mom asked me during a phone call a few weeks ago if I was coming home for Christmas and I don't know. I just panicked. I'm in my 30s and I just can't stand making the 8-hour drive all the time anymore. But I love my parents and I don't want to disappoint them. So when she asked me if I was coming, instead of telling her the truth or making up some sort of sane lie about having to work or something, instead my mouth just goes, I've actually joined a new religion and I can't celebrate Christmas anymore. I don't know, man, I'm telling you, I panicked. I thought she would immediately call me on my bullshit because it's not like we've ever been a religious family in the first place. So Christmas is really more about cookies and cheesy sweaters than Jesus for us anyway. But, sweet woman that she is, she immediately said, "Oh, that's so great you found something that speaks to you. Can you tell me more about it?" So I just start making poop up using whatever's around me for inspiration. It's called mugganism, coffee mug. We worship tree gods, coffee table, and we celebrate by wearing the color brown, coffee, and staying up all night, coffee again. Then I just kept going, spitballing about our traditions and what we believe and how trees are the source of life and oxygen and peace and wood and paper. I just kept going. But once I started talking it was surprisingly easy to keep going. It was like I was back in college absolutely faking my way through an English paper, except instead I was lying to my saint of a mother about why I wouldn't come to her house for Christmas. She listened respectfully and told me she was sad I wouldn't be coming home but she wanted to be respectful of me finding myself. I hung up, feeling like the worst human to ever exist, and thought that would be the end of it. Next year I would tell her I'd forsaken mugganism and suck it up and make the drive and we would never speak of it again. But then she called me the next day and said she'd been talking to one of her neighbors. My mom is the type to always adopt the people around her who seem like they need a mother, because like I said, she is a saint who was a young woman and was feeling kind of alone and moreless around the holidays. So my mother told her about mugganism and the girl was really intrigued, so mom was wondering if I could call her and answer some questions about it. Oh god, I had no idea how to get out of this one. So I just did it. I called this poor girl and told her some vague stuff about how the trees are always watching or something. I couldn't tell her the truth because I was afraid she'd go straight back to my mom and tell her I was lying. And I figured, hey, if I'm giving this lady some peace by making her think that there's something out there, even if that something is a horde of vengeful tree gods, yeah, the lore was evolving, then maybe that was a net positive for the world. She asked me who started this religion and, once again using the objects around me, I told her we were following the good word of Chairman Rugford magazine. And then, alright, I will admit, that night I got drunk and thought it would be hilarious to create a Twitter profile for Chairman Rugford magazine. I just thought the name was funny. It was the eggnog. So I made this account and put up a few tweets about how all our limbs came from trees and someday our bones will be used by birds to make nests and through them we will become trees again and all sorts of very sane ideas like these. Then I fell into a nog coma. When I woke up, the account was still open on my laptop, except now it had 90 followers. Turns out that girl I talked to has quite the social media presence, had found the Chairman Rugford magazine account late that night, and tweeted it out to her followers. That day, she made a bunch of posts of herself hanging out with trees, kept tagging the Chairman Rugford magazine account, and by the weekend it was up to 16,000 followers. People are on Twitter talking about the best ways to show their appreciation for trees and how to appease the tree gods. My mom sent me a news article she saw about my religion. She's so happy for me. There is a long live Rugford hashtag. Guys, I just didn't want to sit in traffic. What have I done?